Well, hello everyone. I hope and pray that you're doing well. It is Ash Wednesday, the start of the season of Lent. Maybe you can see the mark of the ashes on my forehead from a service I attended earlier today. Now, ashes symbolize the frailty that we have and our need for God's sovereign mercy. Now, Reformed traditions might not use ashes per se, but we've always taken seriously what the ashes point towards, namely repentance and humility and a renewed dependence on God's grace. Now, Lent isn't about earning God's favor, but it's about paying attention, slowing down, praying, examining our own lives, and practicing habits that draw us towards Christ. And so Lent helps us to remember that our hope rests not in our own efforts, but in the saving work of Jesus Christ on the cross. Now, some people give up something for Lent. Some people take on a spiritual practice. I've always really appreciated this brief poem called Fast and Feast. Fast from discontent, feast on gratitude. Fast from anger, feast on patience. Fast from worry, feast on faith. Fast from complaining, feast on appreciation. Fast from bitterness, feast on forgiveness. Fast from self-centeredness, feast on compassion for others. Fast from lethargy, feast on enthusiasm. Fast from emphasizing differences and feast on recognizing unity. Fast from unsettling anxiety, feast on inner peace. Fast from half-heartedness, feast on commitment. And so what will you fast from this Lent? But maybe even more importantly, what will you feast on this Lent? What if you challenge yourself with one thing upon which you're going to feast this Lenten season, with one thing that will help you turn away from sin and be renewed in the gospel of Jesus Christ? Maybe that's a new or renewed devotional practice, like you can find the Today devotional or Seeking God's Face on the Bridge app. Or what if you committed during this season of Lent, these 40 days of Lent, to attending a worship service every single Sunday? Or what if you promised that for Lent you would pray daily, or give your time, talent, or treasure to a new cause? And what if these practices helped you to fix your eyes upon Jesus? What if these practices helped you to feast your eyes on Jesus, the author and perfecter of our faith? The peace of Christ be with you all.